Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to build a HR leave management system application in Appian. But there is a lot more happening than just creating an apply leave button. So in this POC, we are going to create a complete dashboard for the HR. As you can see here, how many total employees are there, pending request, approved, rejected, everything. And everything has a flow here. And the graphs are present there. And the recent request grid is there from where the users can apply for the leave as well. This is the list of the employees which are present in the system. And this is the approval page where task will be created for the leave here. And once the user submitted the leave, a proper email will be sent. For example, here you can see submit is there. So once you submit the leave, an email will be sent to the user that this is an annual leave submitted and from and to date is given, how many days are there, if any reason is there, that is also present there, and what is the next step. And here a link is also provided to open the request. If you click on that, directly you will be taken to the request page here, and from here you can either approve or reject the request as well. So we are going to build all these things. Once your leave is submitted, after that, let's say like if it is approved, then there is no further action required there. So you will see that all the leave details are present here. But if it is rejected, we have just added that please review the comments and submit a new request if needed. So the whole application is completely dynamic and we are going to learn a lot while building this application. So let's see that how this apply leave is actually working there. So for the apply leave, I will just go to the apply leave button here, and here you will be able to see that apply leave form has come here. So let's say select an employee here. Let's say like John we have selected. So when you select an employee, you will get that how many leaves currently John has. 15 annual leave is there, sick leave is there, casual leave is just 5 there. So if I try to apply for a sick leave even for a day, let's say like this is our day, and then we will get a validation that maximum leave limit reached, because we cannot apply something we don't have. Now let's try to apply for an annual leave here. So annual leave, I just want to, let's say like I want to go till this one. So 9 days of annual leave is present for us. So it will exclude the weekend from 21st August to 2nd September. Okay, and I will just say here planned leave for vacation. Okay, so something like this we have written. Click on submit. Once you submit it, you can see like all the graphs are going to get updated as well here. So we will get an email as well. See here, as soon as you submit, so request ID we have annual leave and planned leave for vacation. So once the leave is submitted, it will, and you can see the mail as well from there. Directly we can open the request from here. So once the leave is submitted, now you can come to the approval part, and here you can see the John Doe approval has come up here. So here you can see the status is pending there. So here we will go into the approve request here, and here you can see all the details about the employees, like employee ID is 1, name is John. Okay, and from when to when he's applying for the leave, how many days are there, and any reason he has given or not. If I want to approve it, okay, so I will just write here approved, and decision I will make it here approved. Click on submit. Once you submit this, the leave will get approved there. Okay, for John Doe, and we will get a new email as well for the John, like the leave has been approved. So here you can see the leave got approved there for the total of 9 days, means no further action is now required there. Okay, so this is one thing. And next time when John or anybody else applies for the leave will be deducted as well from there. So we have also built a functionality for that one. And here you can see the pending request is only 3, approved request are 10, rejected request is 3 here. And these are the different graphs like request by leave type, request by status, request by department is there. And we also created some line graph for the monthly leave trend, like how many leaves have been applied in June. So 2 June have been applied, for July 6 leaves, and for August 7 leaves have been applied there. So all these details we will be able to see from here. And here in this grid we can see all the approved requests, rejected, pending, everything. So now we will start building this application. So before jumping into the application, let's have a quick overview about the design of this application there. So for that purpose, I have prepared the design document. Here you can see a quick info about leave management system, that it is designed to manage employee leave requests, leave balances and approval flow here. So all the different details are present for this one there. Okay, and then this is the data model, the most important part of the application. So let's have a quick overview of the tables that we have created. First is the department table, like which department employee belongs to. As of now in this application, you can see engineering department is there, finance is there, sales is there, and now we can see that which department employees have taken more leaves. So you can see engineering has taken a lot of leaves here, so we can do that. Then designations are there, each employee have a different designations. Leave type is there, we have seen in our report there are different types of leave. When you click on apply leave, there is annual leave, sick leave and casual leave are present there. Okay, and then there is the employee table. Okay, most important table it is also, because it contains all the details about the employees. Then this is the employee leave balance table as well. So every employee will have different balances for each leave. As you can see that if I select here Sarah, so Sarah has 6 annual leave, 7 casual leave. If I select Maria, so Maria has -9 annual leave and 5 sick leave. So like this one, there are different leaves. For that one, we have prepared a separate table. And then there is a leave table. This is the master table and the heart of our application, leave management. All the details are present there. Similar kind of details are present throughout this application, like the core tables are present, relationships are present, how the workflow is there. It has been written into very simple words and you can easily understand the complete logic behind the whole application there. Okay, so just go through it once before building the application so that you can understand in detail like what are the different features we can build in this application there. Now let's start the development part. So let's go into our designer here, and in this designer, first of all, we are going to build this new application. Okay, and we will name it here leave management, and we have to also give a description. So let's give a description for this as well. So let me just copy it and paste it here. Click on create. So leave this section selected, generate groups and folders. So it will automatically create the groups and folders for you. Click on save. And now your new application is created there. Okay, let's go into the build view here. And here you will be able to see the complete folders which has been created by Appian itself. So LM administrator and user account created, some folders are created here. The very first thing that we are going to start here is building from our data model. This is the most important part here. So here you can see HR ref department is there. So let's go into this new record types, and here we will select HR ref department. Okay, click on create here and click on save your changes. Once you click on save, click on tell us about your data. Okay, and here you just click on I want to start from scratch. Click on next. Okay, and then click on select schema here. Okay, click on next here. So once this schema is selected, you will be able to now add the fields. So let's see what are the different fields. ID, PK, name and is active. Only 3 fields are there. So ID, PK is there and all these fields are not there. So we will just remove everything and we will just keep here what is the value, name and is active. So just keep it here, name, text is there, and this is the is active field, and we will just select here boolean. Okay, click on next here, click on next and click on save your changes. In this way the record is going to get created for you. So our department record has been now created. Similar way, let me just create all the record type at once, because the whole details have been given as it is and you can follow the same approach for creating the whole record type there. So let me just create it one by one, all the record type. So here guys, you can see that now I have created all the record types which are present in our application. Like first is the leave there, then leave balance are there, and then there are some other record types like designation, departments, all these record types, employees we have now created there. The next thing is that we should also have relationships with them. So here you can see in this data model there are different relationships as well. Like one employee has one to many with the employee leave balance there. So we can go into our employee table, go to add relationship. So let's add a relation with LM leave, because one employee can apply many leaves there. So here is the leave table for that one. Click on next here, and from here we have to select an employee. This will be ID and the leave will be employee ID here. So this is our ID for the employees and this is the leave where we have stored the employee ID there. Click on add. So now one employee can have many leaves. One relation is sorted here. So our first relation has been added here. Now let's go for that. Employee has, if you see here, it has the department ID and the designation ID as well. So we will go for LM ref department. For department, what do you think will be a better relation? One employee, many department? No, many employee can belong to one department. That is a correct thing. So here you can see this is the department ID, and here we will select the ID from the department table and click on add. Similarly, we will go for the designation table as well. Go to add relationships and now LM ref designation. So this is the designation table. Many employee can have one designation. So this is the many to one relation there. Click on add here. Now if you see here, this is our relation has been sorted here. Like one employee can apply multiple leaves, then department designation is there. There is one more field left, that is manager. Who will be the manager for this employee? So see, manager is not a new person. Manager is also a employee itself, so it should have relation with the employee table only. So go to next and have, see here, many employee can have one manager. That is what our understanding. So this is going to be our manager ID and it will be the IDPK of this employee table itself. Click on add. So in this way, now we have added all the relationships for the employees. So now you can see the data model is completely prepared for the employee table here. We have all the table in place, different ref department, designation, leaves, and self relation is also there for the manager part. Similar, we will have to create relation for the leave as well. Other tables might not be required right now, but leave is very important. So let's see what relation leaves has. So leave have, if you see here, many to one it has, and yes, for the employee table itself it has many one, and for the leave type as well. Okay, I guess this is coming from here and then it is going inside that. That's why it's showing like this one. Here as well it is coming from this table only. So let's go into the leave table now. So this is our leave. Go to add relationship, or let's refresh it once, because leave is now related to this one employee, so it should have that relation reflected here. So let me just refresh it once, and here you can see suggested relation is there. Just click on plus icon, automatically it's going to create the relation for you. So many leaves can be applied for one employee. One relation is done there. Similarly, we will have to apply leave for this one as well with ref LM ref leave type, because leave type is very important. Like what kind of leave it is, annual or sick leave or casual leave. So it will be also many leaves will belong to one leave type. That is correct here. Leave type ID, and here is the leave type ID. Click on add here. So the most important relations are already configured here, and now the next thing that we are going to do here is we have to start building our interfaces for the application. Click on save your changes. So now our all the record type have been created and we created the relation as well. Now it's time to add some reference data. As you can see, some of the tables are reference values here. Reference values we have to manually add it. So let's go into the department as well and the designation as well and leave type as well. So all these three tables we are going to now create the reference data for that. For example, what is going to be the different leave type, right? So first is going to be the annual leave, Okay, and max allowed days for annual leave also we can say, last time we have kept it as 10, right? So just we will keep it here 10. Click on add another. The next is that sick leave and then casual leave. So this is going to be the sick leave here, and maximum how many sick leave can be taken? 5 sick leave is there. Click on add another, and then there is casual leave. Okay, so casual leave is there, so this is the casual leave. And now how many maximum we can take it? Let's say 2 days only. Click on add here, and you can see all these parts have been added. Oh, I guess I just written annual. It should be annual leave. Let me just make it here. Click on apply changes. So all these 3 values have been added here. Click on write changes. So the data is going to get now written into the database. We don't need to download the DB scripts. Now similarly, department is there. So see, there can be many departments. Whatever the number of departments you want to have, you can create it. Let's see, like even Appian can generate a lot of departments for you. Okay. So now comes the department table. So how many department are we going to give here? So if I go in my current application in employees table, there are a lot of departments which are present. So if you see here, this is the department like engineering, finance, sales. So same kind of department we can make it here as well. So let's go into this one here, add row, and we will add one department as engineering. Click on add another here. Then we will have here finance, and then we will have here sales, and obviously human resources, because this application is mainly for them only. Click on add here. Okay, click on write changes and click on write the data. So this department data is also now set up here. We can also preview the data. I haven't shown you the preview, but whatever you write, it gets synced, so everything is written there. Similar for department. Now comes the designation. So there will be a lot of designations which are there. Let's see how many designation we have. Oh, so many designations we have. So for the designation, you can also generate some sample data based on the recommendations here. A lot of designation will get generated for you. Okay, you can have 10, 25, 50 as well. Click on insert. So I'm not going to add manually. Just click on insert and Appian will add for you. Okay, so in this way we got the designation data as well. If you want to view all those designations, you can just click on this link and you can see here all the designations are coming here. Some are inactive as well. Oh, great. Some have been inactive. So, okay, fine. Anyway. So now the reference data has also been set up as well in the database. So we can also check in the database as well all the reference data. So you can see here, these are the different designation we just now added. This is the leave type here, and then this is the departments we have added. This is the leave and employee leave balance. All these different things are present here. Okay, now all these reference data are ready here. So now we will have to start building the application. What should we build first? See, the whole leave and every approval, everything is related to the employees itself. So it's very important that you build an interface for the employees there. Okay, so we will first of all build this UI for the employee, where we will have all these different data present for this one. In order to create the interface for the employee, let's click on new, go to the interface here, and here we will just write here add employee. Click on create here. Okay, so we will just write here add update employee. Click on create here. Okay, and now we will take a form layout. Okay, so this is the form layout for the employee part here. As you can see, if you click on add employee here, so here is the form. First of all is the a title for this one here. So we will just write the heading as add employee, and enter your details are fine. Then you can see here 2 sections are present there. Personal details and department details are there. So first section is this one here. Second section is this. We will utilize the same here. First section name has to be the personal details. So let's add. Okay, let's collab this one there, and the label is going to be personal details. Okay, behavior is fine, and styling, label size we will just make it here small. Yeah, I guess a small looks better. Okay, now we will have a column layout. Okay, 2 column layout we will have it here, above and below, and this one. So this one is going to be the first name. Okay, this is going to be the last name, then one is going to be the phone number, and another one is going to be the email address. So these are the important things which are present. Now one by one we have to configure, but this data will be saved where, right? So we will need a rule input as well. So we will create here employee lm employee, and let's select this record type, click on create here. So this record type is done here, and now let's try to add the first name from here. This is going to be the last name, and then this is going to be the phone number of the employee, and then this is going to be the email address for them. So as you can see, all these values we have added. We also have character limits as well for them. So now let's go into the expression mode so that we can do everything at once. So this is the value you can see here, and employee dot first name. Just if you write it like this one, it will come. And for the save into as well, employee dot first name. So these two parts have been completed here, and all these values are basically required, right? So we will keep here required as true. So these values are done, and the character limit as well is there. So character limit, I kept it 50 characters. That's what it's given there, right? 50. So now let's copy everything from here. Okay, let's go to the last name. Okay, and now let's go to the phone number. So in one shot we have done for everything. We just have to change the value. So make sure that the value is changed here. Dot last name, and here as well dot last name. Character limit, let it be 50 characters only, not an issue. For the phone, so phone is going to be here phone, and here as well we will just add here phone number is not of 50 character, right? Maximum 10 is fine. Email address, so last is the email address, and here as well email address. Okay, so let's write our first name as, let's say, like Virat, and then Kohli. Okay, and then some numbers are there. Okay, 11 or 10 only, and then Virat. Okay, let's imagine what would be the email ID for Virat Kohli. virat.kohli@gmail.com. Okay, so something like this. Now when you see, all these details are populated. So whatever we have written, it's completely correct here. Now first section is done. What about the next section, right? So next section is department details. So let's update the label here, department details. Let's go in the styling here, and the label size is going to be here small. And here you can see multiple drop downs are present there, department manager and everything. So first of all, we will have to add columns as well. So this will be the 2-column approach we are taking. Okay, duplicate it, and now let's add a drop down. So one drop down is for the department, designation, manager, and one is a date field here for the joining date. So all these values have been now configured. So this is going to be, let's say, like a manager, then this will be the department. Okay, department, then this is going to be the designation, and this is going to be the joining date. So all these values have been added here, and you can see the drop down is having values. So we need to have values as well for that. So in order to add the values, for example, let's say department is there, you can go in the data. Two ways are there. Either you can have the values like a list of text string, or you can also refer with the help of record types as well. So we will go with the record approach this time. So the department is going to be lm, so it will populate the values for that. Now it's coming lm ref department. So now if you see here, the values of department will automatically populate without any extra coding. Okay, so all these values are going to populate. Select value, we can also select the value from here, like department ID. Save into is also going to be the same here, and I guess it's ready. Great, all these values are ready here. Okay, it's not a mandatory field, but you can make it mandatory. Next time we will see how we can do from expression ways as well. So see here, as of now, this is the choice labels and choice values. So here basically we will have to go into the data, and the data is going to be here record type bang lm, and then ref, and then this is the manager. So okay, manager is employee itself, right? So employee, this is the value. Okay, and once you have got the data, then you will have to use this in the choice labels and values. So this is the employee dot label is going to be here. Oh, I guess label first name or last name is only there. We need one more value so that we can get the full name as well. So what we will do, instead of like manually concatenating the values, we will go into the employee record type, create a custom record so that we get the full name of the employee there. That is very important, and we can refer it anywhere as well we want. So go to the new custom record field. Okay, write your own expressions, and here you can see custom record field can be used, so we can use that custom record real-time evaluation here, and then concatenation. So this is the first name of the employee, and there should be a space, and then after that there should be the last name of the employee. And now let's test it once. So as of now there is no data, so in the test we won't be able to see the values as of now. So let me just add it here, because after this only we will be able to create the values there. Okay, click on save your changes. Once you have saved the changes, let's come back here for the employee and let's write here full name. Okay, so this part is done here, and now let's just paste this here, employee dot id. So id will be our choice labels. So in this drop down, now the manager values are going to populate. As of now no employees are there, that's why nothing is populating here. Okay, but value and save into, still we will have to manage it. So dot manager id, this is the manager part, and here as well employee dot manager id. That's all. So all these values are now been ready. The last one is the designation. So here as well we will apply the same values here. First of all, the data will come from the record type here. So record type bank lm ref, and then this is the designation. Okay, let's just copy this one, and for the choice values as well, choice label is there. So for label we will have name, and for this one we will have choice values, we will have id, and then here we will keep here value is going to be employee dot designation id, and for the save into as well employee dot designation id. That's all, and these values are ready. What about the joining date? Here as well we will have to write the value and save into. So the joining date is going to be, this is the joining date here, and then this is the joining date here as well. So these two values have been there, and I guess joining date, is it important? I guess it should be mandatory. Yeah, it is mandatory. So let's give it here required as true. So our values have now been set up here. Let's select a department, let's select a designation from here, and let's select a joining date, and you can see all the values are now populating here. Click on save your changes. Now what are the other things which are there in the employee table? Let's go and see. All these values we have populated there. Joining date, employment status, and audit fields we have to populate as well. So for this one we will use here. So save into, so this is the save into a bank save. Okay, the target is going to be employee, and before saving that we will update the data here. So the data that we want to update is employee here. The indexes that we want to update is, what are the different indexes? Let's see here. Record type bank lm employee dot employment status. So first of all, employment status we will add it, copy it, paste it here. Okay, dot is active, and then created by is there, created on is there, modified by is there, and then modified on is also there. So these are all the values that needs to be updated after creating the employee. Employment status is just going to be active once the employee is there. So is active is going to be true, created by is going to be logged in user, and created on is going to be now here, and modified by, modified on, we can just repeat in the same order. That's it. And now let's try to submit it once again. So this time when you will submit, you will get additional details as well. So in this way, our create employee form is now ready. Create or update employee form. And now the same form will be used for the update as well. So we will just add here one condition that if is update. So if let's say like because when we will update, we will have the IDPK of the employee. So if it is null or empty, it can show add employee, otherwise it should show here update employee. That's all. Click on save your changes. So now our add employee form is ready. Add and update employee. Now we have to create the process so that the data gets saved into the database here. So add or update employee. Click on create here. Click on save your changes. And here you can see the process model has now opened up here. So let's add a lane here. Okay, and then we will add user input here. So process start form is there, and then here lm add update employee. Click on yes here. It will create process parameters for that. That is fine. Okay, and after that just go to alerts, but make sure that you set the alerts as well. So the alert is going to be here lm administrators. Okay, data management is going to be delete the process. After 3 days we will keep it. Click on OK. After that, if the user cancelled the form, so there should be a way to cancel this as well. So this is the end event. Okay, and after that, after cancelling the form, there should be here write records. So this is the write record part, and now let's chain all this together. Activity chaining is required because you will get the data instantly after submitting the form. Let's configure the cancel part here. Okay, and we will just write it here pvbank cancel. If pvbank cancel is true, then it will go to the it will go to the end event, otherwise it should go to the write records. Let's also add label here like is cancel no, and here we can add here as yes. Okay, write to employee. Okay, now let's configure this one as well. Setup is going to be employee data. Go in the data outputs and also take the updated data in the employee, so that you will get the IDPK as well for that one. Okay, so this is added. Now let's also update the process display name. Add or update employee, but for whom? Right, so we should have that particular value as well. So let's have it here, maybe employee ID. Yeah, that's fine. Add or update employee, and then we will add it like this one here. Click on save and close. Click on OK. So this is done here. Okay, click on publish the data. So in this way, our employee interface is also ready, the process is also ready. Now we have to trigger one instance so that we know that the process is working fine or not. So I will go in my record list, open from here, and we will try to add an employee directly from here once. So there is no action as of now, we cannot add it. So once our process is ready, you can use the process as an action there. So go to the record type, go to the actions here, and now we will have an action to add or update employee here. So configure a record action manually. So click on that option, and here you can create record list action. So here we will add here as add employee. This is plus, dialog box is fixed. I will just keep it as it is, lm add or update. This is the process model. I will keep rest everything as it is, and you will check that how does it work here. Okay, click on done. So this is done, and similarly we can also create related action to update the employee as well. Okay, so update employee, and here we will just add lm add or update. Here we will select the icon as edit. So let's have an edit icon here. Okay, the difference is that when you add employee, you don't need to provide any context, but here you need to provide context. So let's add RB Bank record right now. and click on save your changes. Once you have saved the data, now you will be able to see the actions on the grid here. See, add employee. When you click on add employee, it is opening like this one here. Okay, so now we can add the complete details here. So okay, so this time we will write here Rohit Sharma. Okay, so this is the Rohit. Okay, I guess Rohit only, and then here we will add Rohit Sharma. Okay, the mobile number is there, and let's say like Sharma ji dot Rohit. Okay, at the rate, let's say like gmail.com. And manager, maybe this is the first employee. Engineering designation is, let's say like software architect. Joining date is, let's say like 28. Okay, click on submit. Once you submit the data, you will be able to see the result here for the add employee part. And here you can see all the details have been populated here. Department ID is there, designation ID is there, joining date is there, created by, created on, all these other fields have been created here. Let's see the instance for this process. Click on process instances, and here you can see the employee ID. I guess the ID didn't got here. Okay, all these values got populated here. The ID is 1 here, and the process instance as well, we can see that all these values are present here. Okay, all the process is working as expected there. So our very first part has been ready for add employee here. So let's go in our site and let's see that what other details we had. So here you can see we have to make a grid like this one, right, so that we can see all the values exactly like this part here. So we will create a grid for the employees now, so that we will be having a grid like this. So let's go in our designer here. Let's go to new and let's click on interface, and underscore we are going to have grid, and here show employees. So employees list, something like this one. Click on create. So this will be the grid in order to show all the employees data. Now if you see in the site, actually there is a card at the top. Okay, so in order to add a card design like this one, what we have to do here is, let me just close all of these tabs for now because we don't need them. Okay, let's focus only on this here. Add a update employee as well, that's fine. Okay, so now if you see in the site, there is a card at the top. How to add that card? So in order to add that, you will have to add a top level component. So we will have to add a card header here. Go to the expression here, and you can see there is a card layout at the top, and here only we will have to write the details like this one, like employees is there, then directory of all employees in the organization, something like this. So there is two fields you can add it. There is two ways. Heading component has been added there in Appian, so I will try to use both of the things. Okay, so that whatever you think better for you, you can add it. So this is the heading text, and what is the text here? Just employees, right? So this is the employees here, and you can see the heading will appear here like employees. Okay, so this is the first thing, and now we also need to add another text below that. So we will use here rich text display field. So these are the two ways we can add the or show the text there. So here we will add the text. So this is the text which is present. Okay, done. And all this text you will be able to see, but see there is so much difference, so you will also have to adjust the margin for this one. So let's see, if I adjust the margin below for none, will it work? Yeah, it works fine. Great. So this is also done, but color you can see here is a bit light, so we will use here light color. So for light color you can go with secondary here, that's it. So secondary color, but now it will go away. Okay, so let me just change the color of the card info, and exactly what we have seen on this one we can get here as well. So this is the first part. In the card layout you can see like this one we can add, but in here we can also see action for the add employee as well there, right? So how to create that one? So now we will have to place this in a columns layout. Okay, because the whole heading needs to be divided into two columns. In first column we will have this heading there, and in the other column we will have to show the action there. This is the another column layout. Okay, and then the contents. So the contents is going to be these two here. Cut it from here and paste it. So these two things are in the first column, and now for the second column we will have here record action field. You can also, like directly add from the designer if you are not that much sure. So just write here record action and directly drag it here. Okay, so this is the action from here. Okay, and here we will select record type bang lm employee dot actions add employee. That's all. So you can see the actions is coming, but it should be aligned to the end here. Okay, so now you can see the values are like this one. Okay, and here one more thing you can see, it is a kind of in the center of both the card here. How to align center? So in the columns layout there is a feature called as align vertical, and you can put it in middle here. So now it will come in the middle. Click on save your change. So our add employee is ready. Okay, the second important part is the grid itself. This is the grid we have to make here. So we can drag and drop a grid as well for the employee here. So let's add a read only grid, and when you will add the data for the record type here lm employee, so all the data will get populated lm employee. So the grid is as well ready here. Go to the expression here, and in the grid as well you can see one action is there. We don't need that action, so let's remove that action for now here. So that is removed here, and this is the label is fine, but we don't need to show the label, so that is collapsed as of now. Okay, so these things are fine. id is there, so id let it be 123 employee id. It should, let's rename it to employee id. Okay, so that is one thing. Second thing is employee ID additional, we don't need it here. And now we need the employee name, something like this one. But first let's configure the rest of the fields, because it will take some time in order to configure the first part. Okay, department designation. So let's remove the last name, email ID, phone from here. Okay, and this is removed. Then department is there, right? So for department, the relations ref department and fields dot name. That's all. So this is the department engineering. Okay, and every values whatever the text we are writing, let's make it here start. And for the designation as well, we will add here relation designation dot fields dot name. That is also done here, and this will be also start. Let's write it. Okay, after that what is there? Designation. Okay, joining date. Okay, joining date, let it be like this one. That's fine. Okay, we can also have it like this, 18th July. How can we do it? Let's see here, joining date. This is the value. Okay, so we will just have a text function configured here. Okay, let's configure inside the row here. So text function give you the flexibility to show the data in the way you want it. So this is the text here, and here we will keep DDD MMM and YYY. So something like this. Let's see what data we are going to get here. So 28 August 2026, that is fine. And date also, let's make it here start only. So these values are fine. Employment status we don't need to show. Is active or not, we don't need to show. Who created that employee, is it important? No, that's not that much important, so let's remove that. Created on, we can keep it. Modified on, modified by, we don't need that. Great. So now all these values have been set up for us. After that, oh, manager is left, right? Manager is here. Okay, so for manager we have self relationships, right? Relation dot employee and dot full name. That's it. So manager is also done here. It should be line start. Okay, so first name, last name, and this one. Now we have to configure the data like this one, so that it looks visibly good here. So for this one, what I will do here is we will have to use the rich text. So rich text display field, we will use it here, and let's remove for now here. Okay, the value is going to be here rich text item, and the text. What is the text here? Name, full name basically, right? So this is going to be the employee. Copy it, paste it here, dot full name. After that full name, here it is saying email ID along with an icon there, then phone number is there. Okay, so okay, it should be every bang row. It should not be like this one, otherwise you will get a error here. Okay, so this is done, and now char 10. Char 10 means a new line. Okay, and then here we will just copy here and paste below char 10, and let's copy the whole thing once again and paste it below, and this time we will have here email ID. Okay, and before email ID you can see there is an icon as well. Okay, so for icon here we will take inside it as well, you can take rich text icon, because icon is also a text value only, so it will accept that icon. Okay, so something like this icon we can make it here mail. Okay, will it work? Let's see. And then after this one, let's remove from here rich text icon. Okay, I guess mail is not the correct icon. This should be here something like this one, mail envelope, not the mail, it is envelope. So now icon is fine, icon we are now showing here. Okay, and then after this one, and then this part is done, let's remove some extra white space. Okay, so you can see the values are now populating here, sarmaji.rohit@gmail.com. Similar thing we have to do for below as well. So now you can see phone is there, but the icon color and all this should be secondary here. So you can see here with minimal effort we are able to make good changes there, and now it's looking much better as well. So you can see Rohit Sharma is showing here and the name is showing. Click on save your changes. So now next time when we try to create the site, it will look much better. Okay, so all these values are done. Two filters are there, that also we will configure, but before that we need to add update action as well for the employee there, right? So we will have to add a new column at the end. So this is the created on, so this is going to be a grid column, the label is going to be null only, and the value is going to be here record action field. Okay, and then the actions is going to be here record action item, and the action is going to be here, copy it, paste it here, and then employee dot actions dot add, sorry, not add, it should be update employee, update the employee. And the identifier is very important. Identifier is going to be every bang row, and then okay, and after that the id pk of employee. So let me just get the id pk of that employee here. This is the id, that's it. So now we have the action as well. Okay, and we have to display only the icon. So this is the only icon, and we will align it in the center here, that's all. So now you can see this action is ready. When you click on update employee, all your details are going to come up here. Click on save your changes. So we can update the employee as well. Let's say like, so Rohit Sharma 28th August, and now we will move to September, and we will keep it something like, let's say like 25th September. Let's say that if it is working fine or not. So once the data is there, you can see the data gets updated. So update employee, add employee, both are working. Now let's go to the employee table once again, and let's add these two filters as well for them, department and designation. So these are very simple to add it, so we can quickly add it as well. So let's go to the filters there. Okay, and you can see, oh, already these filters are created, that's really nice. Okay, so we can directly use it. So during that creation of that relationship, I guess it got created there, so we can directly use our filters as well here. So let's add it here, user filters. Okay, so here let me just copy it here and let's paste it. Let's see what are the different filters for that. So this is the department here. Okay, so this is the department, this is the designation. Okay, click on save your changes. In case your filter didn't got created, so I will just click on edit so that you can see the configuration here. So you have to write the name, department, and from here you will have to go to the relation there, department, and then select here department name, and in this way your values will be created there. That's all. So now in our grid you can see the designation is also there. So oh, I guess the name we have to edit it. It should not be ref designation, it should be just department. Click on OK. Here as well we have to not write ref, just designation is fine. Now save your changes. Once your changes have been saved, click on test here, and these values will get updated. So here you can see just department is there, and just these values are there. If values are not populated, it will show no items available. So our first part is ready for the employees there. Now we have to go in the home tab, but before creating all this dashboard, we have to work, first of all work on apply leave form. That is very important. Apply for the leave here. So this is the interface that we are going to create next. Okay, so let's go in that our designer, go to new, click on interface, and here we will write apply for leave. Okay, and click on create here, and here let's select a form layout for us. Now our form is ready here. So first of all we will update the name of this form. So the name will be, title of the form will be apply for leave. So let's update that one, and then here let's add a description as well for this here. So can we update that? Oh, looks like we can't update this description directly from here. So from here we will update it. Okay, so these two details have been updated, and now we have to go here and create a drop down to select the employees here. So here we will drag a drop down field. So this is going to be a drop down. Okay, and after that let's name the drop down as employee here. Okay, and then for the data, so the data is coming from the record type itself. So we will select the record type from here, and we will search for our record type. It is going to be LM employee. Okay, let's select that drop down, and automatically the values and the choice level will be configured. As of now we just have Rohit Sharma as of now, so we are just getting one employee only, so that's completely fine. And one rule input also needs to be created in order to store the data for the leave, because this employee is going to apply for leave. So it will be LM leave here. So let's select this leave and click on create. So from here select a value, we can just go to leave and select the employee ID. So here in the leave, okay, so both of them have been selected. Choice level is first name. I guess we can select not the first name, it should be full name here. Okay, so choice levels as well we have selected. Now we got Rohit Sharma because we just added one entry only. Okay, so that's all, and I don't think we need anything else. And this is a required field, right? So behavior, let's make it here required. That's all. Okay, so this part is done here. Apply leave. Then there is a card. You can see here the design is like a card here, and it is showing the current leave balance. We will prepare the format as it is, and later on we will populate the data. So as of now you can see when I select anything, the data gets populated. So let's have a card for this as well. So just below that we will have a card layout here, and let's have the styling for this one here. So shadow will be true, border will be false, so something like this one. And then we will add a text here, currently balance. So for that we will take a rich text field here. I'm trying to use designer as much as it is convenient, okay, because see now you have got the rich text, you can go and add text here, that is also fine. But later on customizing more things become difficult because lot of clicks are there. Okay, so we can switch back to the expression, okay, which is more convenient to use. So here you can see the text is going to be what, current leave balance. So this is the current leave balance here, and let's increase the size of this as well to medium, that would match that here. And the style is a bit bold, right? So style we will make it here strong. So now the leave balance have become strong here, and the color is going to be here now secondary. So let's make the color as secondary. So this is done. Okay, now it's looking exactly like this one here. Now here three things are there: annual leave, sick leave, and casual leave. So now three things are there. So what we will do here is, here just below this rich text we will add a columns layout. And there are going to be three columns, one for each leave type. Okay, so this is the column layout. Okay, this is the next column layout. Okay, and this is the next column layout. So all three column layouts are there, and now let's prepare the contents for this one here. The first column layout. So the first column layout is going to be annual leave. So here as well we will take a rich text display field. Okay, the value is going to be here rich text item, and the text is going to be here annual leave. Okay, and color we are going to make it here as well secondary. So one rich text item is done, and below that we have to write the value for this one. So as of now we don't have any values, so I will just add a placeholder. This is char10 and rich text item. Okay, and the text is going to be, let's say, like as of now I'm just giving here 1 for example, or 10. So here you can see 10 leaves are there, but it is in the center of the annual leave, right? So we can align the whole thing in the center here. So now annual leave is showing like this one, which is much better. And whatever you see, it's kind of bold here, the texts. So we can also give some style to this one so that it becomes strong here. Okay, so annual leave is done here. Same concept, same rich text and same contents. We will just copy paste for this two other columns as well, and we just have to, first is the annual leave, then it will be here sick leave, then casual leave. So this is going to be the sick leave, and here in the last it is going to be casual leave. That's all. So all our leaves have now been sorted here. Colors as well, if you want you can add it, not an issue. Okay, let's move to the next part, that is leave type. And again a drop down is there. So let me just refer this drop down here, copy the drop down, employee here, and below this one, this card layout, I will just paste it below, but the name of this drop down is going to be here what? Leave type. Okay, so there are fixed leave types which are available to me. There are not a lot of leave types. It is coming from a reference table here, so we will refer the same reference table here as well. So record type lm leave type, that's it. Okay, and the value is going to get saved into leave type id. Okay, save into as well is going to be same here, leave type id. Choice label, for choice labels we will just copy this here. Okay, and then okay, leave type dot fields dot type. Okay, let me just paste here as well, dot here we will mark it here id. That's all. So leave type is as well configured. You can see annual leave is there. If user select annual leave, it will get selected in the leave type here. If user select employee as Rohit Sharma, it will also get selected. Everything here is one as of now. Okay, sick leave as well. So these values also got saved. The next thing here is, after applying that leave, selecting, there is a start date and end date. Okay, so again you can see start date and end date are two different things there. So again we will take a columns layout approach. A date field. Okay, and the label is going to be here start date. Okay, this is the label here, and then this is the value. The value is going to be here ri bank leave dot start, or I guess it's not start, it is from date. Yeah, from date is the correct one. The value and the save into is also going to be leave dot from date. So these are the two important things which are there, and this is also mandatory. So required is going to be here true. Okay, so this is the start date here. Okay, and the next thing that we are going to do here is same column we will just copy and paste it again instead of start date we will write it here end date, and here to date. This is the field we had configured here, so to date is there. So start date, end date, both have been configured as well. Now moving to the next part, that is again a card is there. When a user select start and end date, it should show us that how many days leave have been taken. So here I selected 22. If I select here 24, so see here 22 is the weekend anyway, and 23. So as of now it will not say anything because 0 day. You cannot apply leave for Saturday, Sunday. That is anyway a holiday itself. So 21st to 23, just one day it will show. But annual leave is -3, so you cannot apply. So that's validation is showing there. That also we will configure. So again a card layout needs to be added here in the same way like this card layout was added here. Okay, so same thing we will do here as well. Let's take a card layout. Okay, the contents of the card layout is going to be, what does it show? Total working, okay, total leave days excluding weekends. So here as well we'll take a columns layout here. Is going to be here first of all a rich text. So rich text display field 2 is going to be here. The value is going to be rich text item, and the text is going to be here, this one. Okay, so total leave days excluding weekends. So something like this one we have added here. So first is done here. Now moving to the next one, contents, same rich text we can just copy paste once again, but this time the text is going to be different here. Let's say like, because here there should be one value which will actually calculate the difference between both 2 days, right? So as of now I'm just giving here 1. Okay, so let's remove the color here, and here the alignment is important, so we will align it to the end here or to the right side. Okay, and the size as well we will make it a bit more medium here. Okay, and the style as well we will make it here strong. So this is the strong part. So like this one, total working days we have to find here, and whatever the value that we are getting from here, we will also concat the days here. Okay, so this is going to be concat and this values and then days. So something like this one. So 2 days, 1 day, something like this, user can see that data. After that there is a reason field at the bottom, right? So let's move to the last part, that is paragraph field. So this is the paragraph field, and reason is not mandatory, so reason can be optional here. So this is the reason field here which has been configured. Okay, so I guess this extra section we never needed, so we can just remove that extra section from here. So all our forms and fields are ready here, but this is looks like a dummy form. Now it needs to be functional here. Like if I apply from 20 to, if I apply from 26, so from 20 to 26 total how many days are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6, total 6 days are there, but it should exclude the Saturday, Sunday. So for that one we have to create variables, okay, so that it will only calculate the days of working days only. Okay, so local bank get working days. In order to get the working days, the value is cal work days. So this is the function. So basically here you have to provide 2 parameters here. So let's try to write it here. Start date. Oh, it doesn't take any parameters name, so that's fine. So leave dot start from date, right? So from date is there, then RI bank leave dot to date is there. These are the 2 important things. Now let's see here, what is the value? 5 working days we are getting. That is correct, because 5 working days are there between them. See here, 1 2 3 4 and 5, and that the same value we have to show here. So let's go back to our card layout, and instead of 1, let's make it here local bank this is local bank get working days, that's it. So now whatever the user will select, let's say like from 25 to 26 I want, so now the value will get updated to 2 days here. So this is working fine. And let's try to have clear these fields. Let's see if, oh, see, a null parameter it cannot accept, so we have to write here some condition. If any field is null or empty, right, we will take here or. If or of is null or empty, okay, and the same field start date or end date, if any of them is null or empty, then it should not display. Okay, so is null or empty, and again the to date as well. So these are the two. If any of them is there, so as of now we have just write it 0. You can write anything else as well. Okay, so now it is not going to break. Now we can put here 2, you can keep it 26 only, and based on that now it is going to give you the result. So this is also done here. And same design, we can also keep the design consistent here. So this part has been completed here. So in this way your form is ready. But when the user will submit the data, like test region is there, click on submit. Okay, so all these values will get saved, but along with that in our leave table there are other fields also that needs to be saved in the data model to see the complete leave status. We have to save, number of days we have to save, right? So all these values we have to save. So let's go into our save into, this is the save into a bank save. Okay, target is going to be here RI bank leave. Then we will use the update function there, and the data that needs to get updated is leave, and the indexes which we need to update is here. This is the same record type, so I will just copy the record type from here and I will paste it here. Leave dot, let's say like leave status. This is the leave status one, we will save it here. Okay, and then after that leave number of days is also important, right? So dot number of days, that is also there. Then we have to save here created by, okay, so the value is going to be here leave status. So when leave will be applied, the status is going to be pending as of now, because we have seen in our initially the status is pending. 3 status are there: pending, approved, rejected. So let's create a constant for that one. So we will go into this constant, and here we will refer with the help of constant leave status. Okay, so first one is going to be here pending, second one is going to be here approved, and the third one is going to be there rejected. And here we have to make it text here array. And now let's copy the same thing here, paste it here. Make sure that these numbers are removed, because we just need the labels on the screen, we don't need this value. And any white space also we will just remove it, simple as it is. Click on create, and let's paste this one here, copy the name of the constant. Leave status is going to be here. Okay, so when you use this constant here, you can see all the values properly. It is going to be pending. Number of days is already in the get working days, so local bank get working days. Created by is going to be here logged in user, created on is going to be here now, and same thing we will just copy and paste for the below as well. Now when the user will click on submit button, you can see all these other details are also showing there. Let's see if any other details are there. Reason, approved, approver note, this we will not add it right now. Okay, is active is also there, right? So is active also we can write it. Okay, and click on submit here. So is active is also will be saved here. Anything else do we need here? I don't think anything else is needed right now. So click on save here. Now the next important thing here is only thing which is left in that is how to get this leave balance, right? Because right now in our record leave balance we haven't added any entry at all. Later on what we will do is, when we add an employee, at that time only we will prepare the data to add in the leave balance table. So if you go in the DB here, and this is the leave balance, as of now you can see this table is empty here. So when a new employee gets added there, then this leave balance table is going to get updated. Means by default we will add like how many leaves they should have, that one, but right now we don't have the entry. So let's do one thing. So let's go in the data preview and let's add an entry for our own purpose right now. So let's click on add row here, and here you will be able to see the employee ID. So the employee ID, we just have one employee as of now. So if you go in this employee table, we just have one employee ID. So ID is going to be here 1. Okay, so ID. Leave type ID. Leave type, you can say this table is there 1, 2, 3. So first of all, we will add for our leave type ID 1. Total leaves, let's say like they are going to get 5 leaves. Leave used is 0. Year is going to be here 2026. Created by is going to be here admin, modified by is also admin there. So first leave type is added, 1 only, leave type ID 2, total leaves they are going to get, let's say like 3, leave used is 0, then 2026, and created by is going to be here admin, modified by is also admin. Now the same thing once again we have to repeat. All the 3 leave types we have added here. So now you can see all these 3 entry have been ready. Click on write changes, and let's skip this database download and click on write. So once you have written the data in the DB, when we will go, okay, so let's go to employee leave balance. Here you will be able to see that. Okay, so now our leave balance is showing. So let's go in our form. Let's create a variable to get leave balance. Okay, now in order to get the leave balance, we will have to use the query record type. So this is the query record type. Okay, and the record type we have to query is going to be what? Record leave balance. Okay, and then the paging is going to be here. Every employee is going to anyway have maximum 3 records only. They won't have more than that. Okay, and then we will have to use the fields here. So we will have lot of like fields. Let's say like fields is going to have selection fields. Okay, and all fields from record type. Let's refer all fields as of now. So everything from this record type is going to come up here. Okay, let's click on test. Oh, we haven't given any query filter, right? That is also important. As of now we just have one entry, otherwise it will start to throw all the entries as well. So let's create a query filter for that as well. So here we will write filters. Okay, here we will write query logical expression, and then the operator is going to be here, and after that we'll write here filters. Okay, and the filter is just going to be 1 query filter. The field for the query filter is going to be here employee leave balance dot employee ID. This is the employee ID, and the operator is going to be here equal to, and the value is going to be here RI bank leave dot employee ID. That's all. We will also add ignore filter with empty values true. That's all. So see, as of now no employee values are selected, so it should not give any random result, right? See, as of now I haven't selected any employee, still it is giving the result. So we will have to add an if condition here. If, so this is going to be the if is null or empty. Okay, RI bank leave dot employee ID. If user have not selected any employee ID, then no need to query the data. If they have selected the values, then only the data should be queried, right? Now if you select the Rohit Sharma, it will give you the leave balance for Rohit Sharma. Now let's remove this hard coded values and let's proceed with how to make this dynamic here. Okay, so this is the rich text and this is the value. Now for the annual leave, what is the type here? We know that our type is 1. So we will use here display value function. So this is going to be the display value. The value that we are looking for is 1, and the array in which we are looking for, so 2 integer local bank leave balance, and then we have to use this whole record type here. Okay, and let's paste it here, leave balance dot type id. Okay, and just okay, and from here we just have to show what is the name of this here. So total leaves, as of now how many leaves they have, that one we have to show 5 leaves. That is correct. Now let's repeat the same thing for our sick leave and casual leave. So this is the sick leave here. Okay, and instead of this one we are going to use 2, and then this is the casual leave. So here instead of 1 we will use 3, and now you can see here sick leave is 3, which is 100% correct. We have added 3 sick leaves for here, and this is sick leave only, so you can see from the reference values as well, and 3 means casual leave. Okay, so all these values have been ready for us. Leave type id is also there. We can actually go and apply for the leaves which are present there. See here, 22 to 24, 1 day of leave is there, and reason is, let's say, like leave. Click on submit button and all the values are going to get populated here. Okay, so all these values are populated clearly. Click on save your changes. Now we have to start working for the process model part. Okay, so let's go in the process model. Let's click on new, and then we will write here apply leave process, something like this one. We will write it and click on create. Click on save here. So now our process model has opened. So first of all we will add here our start process form for apply leave here. So here lm apply leave, apply for leave, click on yes. So it will create 2 process variables for this one here. Data management, we will just keep it here 3 days for now, and alerts as well we will send it to our groups here. So which is the group? lm administrators. Okay, and all these are ready. Process instances as well, let's make it a bit dynamic here. lm apply leave. Okay, so let's add it here, apply leave, and then we have to just concat the employee id we can give here. Not an issue for which employee, this employee id we can give it here. Okay, apply leave and then this employee id, that's all. So click on save, and this is done here. If the user clicked on cancel, we will have to worry about that as well. So this is the cancel flow. Yes, we forgot the lane. Okay, and after that we will have to add write records. So this is the write records part here, and then we will connect it to the end node here. And now let's configure the cancel values. Here let's go to pvbank cancel, click on save and close. If cancel is clicked, then go to end node, otherwise go to write records. We will also make sure to add proper labels. This is no path, and this is the yes path. This is the yes path, and let's chain the nodes together here. Okay, enable the activity chaining. So after that we don't need it, activity chaining, and then let's write the data here in the leave table. Let's take the output from the records as well. This is the leave type, that's all. So these all things are ready, and we are now ready to apply our leaves as well. So we will try to trigger the process. See, process model is done, so we can go into this one actions here and create an action so that we can trigger from the record itself. So let's go here, create record action manually. Okay, and let's configure a record list action, and here we will just write it here, apply leave. Okay, and then let's select the process model as lm apply. Just write it like this one, it will come up here. Click on done, click on save your changes. Once you have saved the changes, let's open our record list, and now you will be able to see one apply leave button, and done. This process is now working as expected here. So let the form to be loaded, and you can see here the form is getting loaded. So here you can see the form is a bit, like more wider. In our site it was a bit less wide. So what we can do here is in the apply leave, let's try to decrease it to medium ones, and click on done, and click on save your changes. click on apply leave. Okay, so now it is more narrow here and it looks better as well. Okay, so now our leave is done. So let's try to apply for leave. Rohit Sharma, the leaves are getting populated here. Leave type is, let's say like we apply for annual leave, and from 24 we want to apply till 26, 3 days of leave, or let's apply for less days, otherwise we won't be able to test a lot. Okay, now let's write the reason as leave. Now one thing we didn't added, that what if they applied for more number of days, then what is their balance? Then a validation message should come up here, that we have not configured. Okay, so let's try to also add that one. Let's go in the design mode, because right now Appian has something called as message banners. This is a message banner we can show just below here. See here, something like this banner we can show. So this is the behavior styling, so we can choose the color as well. It will be kind of warning, so let's choose a color like warning. Okay, that is much better, and it will be here completely rounded. So let's configure the condition and everything else for this one here. Do we really need a title here? I don't think a title would be required. Let's remove the title. Okay, just this message is more than enough. So what happens is, when you apply for annual leave here and you select for more days, let's select from 24 to 23, you selected 23 days, so we just have to write maximum limit reached. So that is also done here, maximum limit reached. So now when this message will be shown, when the number of working days, see working day is like total 1 day they have applied for leave, how much balance they have for that particular leave, also we have to get that. So as of now, let me just make it here true only, and let's work on the variables first of all. So this is the balance, and now we local bank allowed days, so something like this one we will make it here. And here as well we will use the function display value here, because we know what is the leave type ID. Okay, so we know that leave type is leave type ID. Now we will search in this table like how much, where is that leave type ID present. So to integer. Okay, and then we will go here to the local bank leave balance, and then this is the leave balance one. So let's copy this record type from here and let's paste it here, leave balance dot leave type ID. This is the one, and the value that we want from here is local bank leave balance, and then here we will use total leaves. So how many total leaves they have, that's all. And if that is not present, then just null. So let's say like maximum allowed days is how much. So here allowed days is 5. Go to our message banner. So to integer, we will just write it here inside to integer so that it doesn't break. Local bank get working days if it is greater than to integer of local bank maximum allowed days, or this is the allowed days. If it is greater, then only it should show. See here, as of now it's not showing because 1 day is fine. Now I will go for a long leave. See here, I went for 14 days, so maximum limit reached, because that much we cannot do here. And same condition we will use to make this submit button disable. Just showing this message won't be enough, right? Because user can just ignore the message, doesn't matter. Okay, so user should not be able to submit the form as well. So in the submit button we will add a disabled condition, and this will be the disabled condition. Same thing, now submit is disabled. No matter what you do, you won't be able to submit. So you have to actually come back and apply for less amount of days. Now the days has to, and submit button is enabled. Click on save your changes. So this functionality is also ready for us. Now let's try to apply the leave. Oh, okay, so see here, right now also it is showing here, right? Because as of now we have not applied, so there should be one null check as well. Now let's look at how to okay, I guess it is, like it is showing 0, that's why this might be one condition. So it should not show 0 here. Instead of that, let's make it just null here. If it is null, then it should not show, because to integer and it will, everything will become false. The problem was that some value is there and then null is there, that's why it is comparing. So now it will not throw us the error. Go to apply, which is fine. So now Rohit Sharma can go for leave here. Let's say like sick leave. Okay, oh sorry, it should go for casual leave, not sick leave. Okay, now 24 and 27. Now the limit is reached, submit button is disabled. Now from 24 to 25 he can go. Okay, that's great. Okay, and then leave, click on submit button, the leave will be applied here and all those values have been populated here. So you can see all the value is populated as it is. So leave has been submitted here. Now one more thing is pending here. It's not yet completed. We have seen that we used to get the email as well, something like this one. So we will have to configure that email part as well. Like when leave is submitted, one email should be sent to the user that yes, the leave has been submitted here. Okay, so now we will work on the email part and then this apply leave functionality will get completed. Now let's start to build the template for the email. So we will go into new, we will go to expression rule. Okay, and now let's give the name here like email. Okay, so email or leave email template. So this is going to act as a single template for the submitted, approved and rejected. As you can see here, this is submit here, this is approved, everything is having the same kind of a template here. All this one, only the values are getting changed. So this will be a reusable rule here. Now first of all, if you go in the process instances, as of now I don't think we have seen the instances, right? So let's go, this was our process model, so let's see the process instance as well for that one. Here you can see here the leave got applied for employee ID1 and in the history we are getting all the details about the leave here. So what are the details actually needed to be sent in the mail? Let's see. When a user submit the data, all the leave details are required, and where all this data exists in the leave table, and we already have those data as of now present there. So what we will do, we will create a rule input for leave here. So this is going to be the leave and here lm leave, we will add that leave here, and now we will start to work on writing the values here. So as of now you can see here, first of all we have written hi, then there is a bit of a space there, then this is the line which has been added there. So same thing we will try to add it here as well. So first of all we will use here concat. See, we are not using any template here, we can manually add it because this is just a very simple and straightforward email template here. First of all we have to write here hi. Okay, after that what is there? After that there is a line break here. You can see here, this is the line break. So we will write here hi and then we will just give a line break here. That's all. I guess one line break will be more than enough here. Now the second thing here is this line here. Okay, so we will just copy and paste the whole line as of now here. Now in this line there is one important thing. Here it is saying that leave request have been submitted. Okay, but when it is approved or rejected, it will say rejected. When it is approved, it will say here approved as well. So this line is dynamic here. So we will add one additional rule input as event type. Is it a submitted, approved or rejected? And for that purpose, we will break it here, and this one instead of submitted, we will write it here ri bang event type, and then again we will write the quotes here. That's all. So let's click on test here, and as of now event type is null. Okay, so we will just write here submitted and click on test, and then this is to inform you that a leave request have been submitted. There should be a bit of a space here as well and here as well, and click on test once again, and this is working fine now. So our first line is ready. Now let's move to our next line. It is saying here that leave details, and it is in bold as well, right? So now we have to make this as well. So first of all we will write it here b tag. So this is going to be make our leave details as bold. So and here we will write here leave details. That's all. Let's give a colon, and after that we will also add a line break. So here we will just add a line break. That's it. So this will make that leave details as this one here, and then we have to add all these values as it is. So first of all we will have to add the request ID. So let's go to here, and as it is we will write here request ID, then a bit of a space, and after that what it is saying, the value of the ID is there. So what is the value of the ID? It is going to come from leave.id. So this is nothing but our request ID. Let's also use the data here. Okay, 1. Okay, and now let's use that one here. That's it. Click on test once again, and here actual ID 1 should come up here. So it's okay. So now you can see 1 is coming. Now after that again we will provide one line break here, PR, that's it. So this is the request ID and we have to repeat the same thing again and again. So this is the request ID, let's repeat it few times here, that's it. So leave type is going to be a leave type ID, but we don't need to show the ID, we need to show the value of the leave type, right? So we will have to query the leave type table once again. Query record type, and the record type is going to be here record type bang and then leave type. Okay, and the paging info is going to be here a bank paging info 1,5 we will write, but anyway we had just 3 values only there. And for the fields, so for the fields we do have all the fields which are present, but we just need one field which is present there. So I can just refer that particular field only, which is nothing but the type. Let's click on test. Oh yes, all these values are populated. Now 3 leave type are there. As of now I have applied for which leave type, 3 is there, so 3 should be present. Or we can also add query filter like which leave type is present there, that would be also make sense. So we can also add query filter from here. So let's see, yes, let's add the filter here, add a filter for the leave type. So this is going to be the ID and the value is going to be, just click on generate, we will give the value here. So ri bang leave dot leave type ID, that's it. Now let's see what value it is going to give. So which leave he has applied, he has applied for the casual leave, same value we are going to put up here. So instead of this one we are just going to use here local bang leave type, and then so leave type is going to be also coming here as casual leave, so that is also sorted here. Now what is the next thing that we have to do? Reason is done, then next step is there. So again we will just copy what we have done here, okay, and now let's paste it here. This is the next step. Okay, so this is going to be the next step. What is the next step here? No further action is required, but if it is rejected, please review. So you can see here like every time it is approved, rejected, submitted, that the next step is changing. So for that one we will have to add a match condition here. So I will use here a bang match, okay, and the value with which we have to match is a status, leave status equals, if it equals to, let's say we have a constant, right, lm leave status, if it is pending, okay, then we have to equals, if it is pending then we have to write this is the leave action, please review. Okay, I guess this is submitted, yeah, this is submitted. So if it is submitted then we have to write something like this. Okay, let's just copy it once again and paste it here. If it is not submitted, then let's say like if it is approved, so where is our approved? This is the approved, no further action is required. This is also done. Okay, after that let's paste it once again, this one rejected. So third is rejected only, right? Let's just confirm it once. Yes, so this is rejected. So for the rejected, this is our rejected leave, so just copy it here and we will just paste it here. This is the rejected part. So default value is going to be just null here. So whatever is the leave share, based on that it will give us the next step as well. So that part is also completed here. The next thing is going to be what? You can view the request here. So let's copy this one here. Okay, copy that and let's paste it here. You can view the request here, and after that we have to give that URL, because this is nothing but the URL. So we have to use here URL for record. So this is the record type that we have to use. This is the leave record type. Okay, this is the leave record type. So identifier is going to be here ri bank leave.id. So as of now, target location is not there, so it will open in by default tempo. But if we have prepared a site, then it will open in the site there. Okay, let's click on test once. So our URL is also, oh, target location is important. I thought it will be a default, but anyway, let's give it tempo right now. No issues. So we will provide tempo. Next, what is the next step? Regards. So like this one, we have to just mention one by one. So regards, I have just copy pasted the same thing, regards, line break, and all these things. Click on test here and save it once. So our these values have been ready here. So let's copy that expression, go to our process model and send email. So this is the send email here. Okay, click on this one, go to setup, and from we will send it from the process to, see here, as of now I can send it to any email address you want. So to email address we will write it here. Okay, kumar.vikas18@outlook.com. that's it. So this is going to be my email address where I send. See, I am using community, that's why I'm using my personal email address there. But if you have something else as well configured, then you can use that one as well. What is going to be the subject? See here, subject is very important. Here I have written exactly like this one here. So you can see this is HR leave. Everything is common here for the subject. So you have to concat this one. Okay, and first of all we will write something like HR leave. And then the leave is submitted here, because see, we know that this process is just used for submitted only, nothing else is used there. So we can directly write it submitted. Then it is from date 24 to 25th August. So like this one we have also written the values here. So let's give a hyphen here like this one. From 2, right? So let's give here a space and write it. Now after that, that's it. I guess that's it is required there. HR leave submitted. So employee ID is not there, right? HR leave submitted. Okay, and then here we can also include employee ID. So let's see here it in action once. Let's go to publish the process model. Okay, and let's try to apply for leave once again. Okay, let's go to Rohit Sharma, let's go to annual leave, and let's apply for some leave here for 2 days or 1 day. Okay, reason is check the email template. Okay, click on submit. So we have submitted the value and data is set here. Let's see if we have any instances for this one or not. So we have the instances ready, and you can see email has been sent. Let's see here if we have got the email. So here you can see the email is there. Oh, I guess we haven't even used the expression at all. Okay, my bad. Let's use that expression here, obviously. Okay, so here one thing, let's try to modify here. Leave date is there. Okay, so here we can write something like date. Okay, so like this one we can use it, and then here we have to call that our expression rule. So rule blank this one. So we got that email, but it was completely blank. So leave is going to be here PV bank leave, and event type is going to be here submitted. So whatever you write, it is just going to show as it is. Click on save and close. Okay, and publish the process model. So this is ready, and after that let's go to again apply leave. Let's go for leave here. Okay, leave type, let's say select sick leave here, then 25 and 27 and sick here. Click on submit, and this time again the data got completed here. Okay, and we will be able to see the mail as well for the leave. So here you can see the mail got arrived. Hi, this is to inform you that a leave has been submitted in the HR system. This is the, oh, after that there is no enter here. Okay, request ID 3, all these are showing correctly here. Next step is please review and take action. You can review the request here. Okay, I guess this link is not working as expected here, right? So okay, so next thing is we will make some changes here. Leave details are there. Till here it is fine. HR leave management system, and before that we will also need to add a break here. Okay, so this is the BR and this. So one break we have given, just let's copy this break here and let's give here one more break. So 2 line break we have given, so this part is done, it will come below. Next step is this one there. So this link is not working right now. I guess there is one more mistake we have to do. See, in HTML what happens that you cannot give a link like this one. Link is 100% correct. Okay, if we just copy the link here, https, and till here, I guess till summary we copy and try to go here, it will work as expected, and this link is working. Something like summary it is going there, but we don't have to show that one. So we have to use here some tags here again. So in this way, like this is sorted here. Now it should be fine for us to open that link. Click on save once again. So our email template expression is saved there. Let's try to trigger the email once again. So these are the two different, third request is also present there. If I try to trigger the email node once again, it will take the updated value this time automatically. We don't need to submit the leave again. So let's wait for the mail, and here you can see the mail is coming. Now it's more organized there in the correct format. Okay, so that was about the email template. Now it will go for the approval as well. So now we will try to build the approval workflow. Now let's review how does our leave approve form looks like. So if we go into this leave approval here, so see, this is the approval. So first of all, you will see a grid that we have to make. When you click on approve here, actually you will get an form to approve the leave, and here is the notes that you want to write it there. Okay, and same interface that you see about this one, like employee details are there, currently balance is there, same details are showing in the summary view as well. So we will make this as a reusable component. So first of all, let's make that, and then we will create the leave approve forms. Okay, so let's go into the interface here, and now leave request fields. So this is going to act as the leave request fields here. Click on create. So first, okay, so this is our interface. First of all, we will take a 2 columns layout here. So this is our 3 columns, so we will make it here 2 columns layout. Here you can see this is a 2 column structure. Then in the first column there is a card here. We'll just add a card here. Okay, so this is fine. And now in this card we have to add all these details. So as of now you can see these are very simple kind of details that you can easily add. So first of all, we will create a rule input for the leave details here. So lm leave, and select the record type, click on create here. So our lm leave have been configured. Now we just have to add a card and all the details as it is, which is present here. So I have just pasted the detail as it is, so you can also refer the same details. I just have to change the values there. So instead of this one, we have to use their leave. Write the employee ID which is present here. So this is the employee ID which has been present. So I have added employee details in the uppercase here using a heading field. Then employee ID is there. After that, name needs to be added there. So we will also add here name. So for the name, we will just go to relationship employee dot full name. So this is added here. After that, there is department. So in this way, all our values have been populated. Let's see, unmatched close parenthesis. It should have 2 column approach here. Okay, so this is also fine. Then this is the columns layout. Now what is the next error? Expecting comma 148. So let's go to line number 148 here. So this one requires a comma. So now our whole this card layout is ready. Now we have to give some test data here. So query record by identifier, and the record type is going to be here. So if I just like, let me just use here leave id equal to 3, click create test and test it. See here, even if I given here 3, okay, so I guess some error is still present there. An array of components may only contain receive dictionary. So this is the columns, a bank column layout. This is the content here. Okay, so this has become outside of the card. This is a part of the card layout. That's why this is not showing here perfectly fine. So if I paste it like this one, it will be much better. Okay, so like this one, it is showing here. So you can see here only leave part it's showing, but the name, department, designation, they are not showing there. So we will have to update our condition and add more fields as well there. So not only leave, but we will also have to add employee relation. After that, we also need to have from employees department. Okay, and then from here it will also go for relationship leave dot relation dot designation, something like this one. Save and click on test here, and you will be able to see all the values now. Great. So this part is done. Let me do the work for the second part as well. You can just refer the data. This is very simple and straightforward to configure all the fields here. Okay, so all these values have been configured. Let's go to the next one here, and let me paste the component for the next one. See here, same component we have used before as well, like the current leave balance that we are showing as of now here, and the logic that we used in the apply leave form, same logic we are using here as well. But first of all, we have to use the leave balance for the employee, right? So this is going to be the leave balance here. So for leave balance, I guess already we have the values in our apply leave form. So same query we will again copy paste. So here you can see this is the leave balance here. Just let me just collapse it and copy from here, and I will just paste it here. So this is going to be the leave balance. If it is null or empty, then that is fine. Otherwise, it's all things are now in place here. Now we will go back into here, and here the previous record type has been referred there. So in our leave employee type, if you go into the annual leave, same logic was used here as well. So you can see here same logic, we just have to copy paste from here. Display value. So here you can see the display value is something like this one. So we will just copy and paste from here. Instead of null, we can just give hyphen here. So leave balance is ready. First one. For the second one as well, let me just copy paste from here. Okay, and for the casual leave as well, the same display is used. So let's just use like this one. All this leave balance is as well ready here. So our leave balance is ready, our employee detail is as well ready. And now the column height, we will just adjust it a bit. So this is the card layout for the first column layout, this is the second, and let's have the width as 2x for this one. Okay, so 2x will be better here because this has the more data to show. Click on save your changes. Now this detail have been saved here. Now we will move to create the approve request forms, which is coming there. When you click on approve request, this whole form load up. So there these values will be there, and 2 more fields we will configure here. So let's go to design, go to new, and go to interface there. Okay, approve leave form. So this is going to be the approved leave form. So we will take a form layout here. Okay, so in this form layout, first of all, we have to write here leave request. So let's rename the title as leave request, and enter your details is fine. Now for the first section, we have to use the interface that we have just now built. So this is the leave request here. So let's use in our first section layout as this one. So this is the leave request, and this is the leave. but where leave data is present, right? So for that we will create a rule input here as leave record type. lm leave is there. So this is the lm leave. Click on create here, and let's just pass the values ri bang leave. So all these values will be present here. Now we have to like pass some values so that we will create a test case. So we will go into this one, click on test here, and let's copy everything from here, okay, and paste it here and save as a new test scenario, and id is equal to 3. So this is the id, and you can see here all the leave details are showing as expected there. Now for this second section layout, first of all we have to add a paragraph field like this one, notes. So just before that, let's remove this section label, and here we will just add here paragraph field. Okay, below that one we have to add radio buttons. Okay, so this radio button will act as the values, okay, label decision, you can say. Okay, so either the approver can reject it or they can approve it. So this is going to be decision. Okay, choice labels is going to be here approve. Okay, this is approve here, and this is reject. Okay, this is going to be the reject part, approve and reject. And choice values, okay, so choice values is going to be here. If it is approved, then 1, then it is 2. Okay, and then what is going to be the value here? The value is going to be leave. Oh, I guess value we don't have to store in the form, we should store in our local variable. So local bank decision, we will write it here only. Okay, so it will be more convenient for us. So because 1 or 2 we cannot add in our database, no, that is not the correct value. So local bank decision, this is a temporary 1 or 2 value here. Now this will be required. So this is required is equal to true. And if you want the style to be a bit different, as of now it's showing different style, so we can just make it here cards, something like this one, and layout as well we can change it. So choice layout will be here compact. Let's try to make it here compact. So now it will look like this one, so which looks much better. Now if user click on submit, then it will ask that this value is required. Without the decision they cannot approve it. So let's say like I will write here approved, I will click on approve, the data should get updated here, but leave already has the data, right? So based on that we have to add new things like who approved the request. So all these values needs to be updated. So save into, we will write it here, okay, and then a bank save, okay, and ri bank leave, and update the data. The data that needs to be updated is ri bank leave, okay, and then we have to update the indexes. So the index is going to be what? So it will be here, we already have copied it, right? So this is, let me just copy this record type, paste it here, and then it will be here status. Leave status is very important because it is either approved or rejected. Now leave status we will update it. After that we will also update here approved by, and we will also have to add here approved on as well. All these things we will add it here, and then the value. So leave status is what? So now if local bank whatever the decision was equal to 1, if decision is 1, then we will write it here leave status as approved, otherwise we will write it here rejected. So something like this is our leave status. Approved by is going to be here logged in user, okay, and approved on is going to be now here. So in this way our values are ready. Click on submit the details, and let's see the status now. So approved by and approved on, this will be updated here. Leave status is approved. If I select here reject and then submit the value, then the status will change to rejected there. So our values have now been configured. Click on save your changes. Okay, now we have to move to create the process model for the leave approval. So let's go into the new year. Let's click on process model and approve or reject leave. Click on create. Click on save your changes. Okay, after that, okay, let's add a lane here. After that, let's go and add our process start form and lm, and here we will write here approve leave form. So this is going to be a form here. Values have been created. Data management, let's delete it after 3 days. Alerts we have to configure, so we will just add it here. lm administrators, process start form variable general is there, and let's update it to make it dynamic, our process display name. So lm approve or reject leave, and then employee or leave id. Okay, leave id is going to be what? So this is the leave id, this is the leave, and then this is the id. Click on save and close and click on OK. So our interface is ready here. Now let's add our XOR gateway. This is the cancel part here, and after that we will use write records here. Okay, write records, and then this is going to be write the records and end node. Let's configure the cancel here. Okay, then this one is going to be here PV bank cancel. So this is the PV bank cancel here. If cancel is true, go to end node. I guess we have not connected at all. Oh, this is passing through in between, it is passing, so it should be like this one. Okay, so now if it is cancel is true, it will go to end node, otherwise write records. Let's chain our nodes as well here. Okay, and here as well let's apply the chaining. Okay, and now let's add a label for this one. It is yes, and this is going to be here no. Okay, and after that write records setup is there, leave, it will update the data, and in the output as well we can get the leave details here. So in this way our approve or reject leave is ready here. Now let's try to create an action for this one, because the process model is published there. So let's go back to our leave record type. Let's go to actions here. Okay, and let's configure related actions this time. Okay, and here we will just write it here approve leave, or just approve request, you can say approve request. And approve button is, I don't think there is a button for approve, but anyway anything we can use it here. Okay, and the process model we have to write here lm approve or reject leave is there, and here we have to pass the detail about the leave here. So we have already somewhere queried all the leave details, right? We can pass something like this. You can also pass rv bank record, but you can also pass data like this one. You just have to make sure that rv bank identifier is passed instead of the idpk. rv bank record also works, but you can also try to use this field as well. So this has also been done here. Click on done. Okay, I guess name is not showing, right? So because what happened, no, name is a custom record field. We have to manually add the name as well there, otherwise it won't be reflected. Okay, so this is the employee. We have to also add one more field here, like select fields. So select fields, and we will go for employee dot full name. If you don't add the full name, it is not going to show up there. Click on save your changes. So we now have 3 leaves in our place. Any leave we can go and we can access the related action from here. So you can see approve request is there. When you click on approve request, you will get data like this one. It doesn't look that much good because the width is very compacted here. Let's try to adjust this one. Okay, so this is our form here. Let's go in our design mode. So this is the form layout. It is a bit more compact here. So let's try to make the style a bit contents with, let's try to make it here medium. Does medium look good? I guess medium is looking just good. Okay, click on save your changes. So next time when we go actually in the record, it doesn't look weird like this one. Okay, so let's go in, let's try to access the related actions once again, approve request, and this time it looks much better. So here you can see it is looking good. So if I try to approve the leave here, yes, it is approved. Decision, I will select approve, click on submit here. The leave status should get approved here. Let's try to see the leaves here, and the status is now approved. Let's see our process instances as well. So let me remove that process model and see here lm approve or reject leave id is 3. So here you can see our process instances and the history and all the details we are getting directly when the process started, all the values we are getting from here. Okay, so this form is as well working. The important part was once a leave is approved, let's say like sick leave, 3 days. So next time when Rohit again applies for leave here, sick leave should not be 3, it should become 0. So now we have to work on that logic that the leaves will actually get deducted if the request got approved there. And we also have to add the email. Oh, we completely forgot the email part, right? So let's add the email because adding email is very simple here. Email smart service is there. We have already configured everything for the email here. We just have to mention the same thing here. So process let it be here, and here I will just add my email address. So that is done. Click on save and close. Subject we have to write it. So for subject, okay, let me just refer any apply leave process. Let's just copy and paste the subject from here. Okay, and let's go there, but we don't just blindly copy paste, we have to make some adjustments as well. Okay, so let's see what are the adjustment we need. HR leave submitted, no, approved or rejected. Leave status is just saying approved or rejected directly. So I will just refer the values of leave status directly here. No issues, because we don't have to write if condition. Directly approved or rejected is getting stored. Now we just have to call our email template. So rule bang lm, and then let's see where is our email template, and we just have to pass the leave type. So leave is going to be this one here. Event type. Event type also we don't have to worry. Directly we can pass here leave status. That's it. Because based on leave status it is anyway going to find the event type here. That's it. So email has also been configured, and let's verify that whether it is working fine or not. So we will go into any other leaves and we will apply the same thing. This is our leave. Let's go to the second one and let's click on related actions, approve request, and now I have rejected the leave for the request, something like this one, and click on reject. Now we should be able to see the complete details. Click on submit here. So let's see that whether our email node was triggered successfully or not. So from here you can see the process is completed here. So this whole process is completed. Now let's check our mail, and here you can see HR leave rejected, employee ID is 1, date is this one, and here you can see all the details like about the reason. Check the email template. Whatever we have written, we have been given there. Please review the comments and submit a new request if needed. All these values are now showing properly fine there. So email is also done. Only thing we have to do is we have to deduct the leave if it is approved. Otherwise we don't have to do anything. So now let's create an expression rule which will help us to deduct the leaves if it is approved. So let's go to here, new, click on expression rule, and here we will just add it here, deduct leaves. Okay, click on create here. So this is our expression rule. Now here we will create a rule input here, and in this rule input we will add a leave data type. So let's select that one, and if this leave is null or empty, so we are not going to do anything. So this should not be null or empty. If it is null or empty, then just null. Otherwise we will create some local variables, and see here we got the leave details. Let me just paste the leave details. We already have the leave details here, right? I guess more than enough detail is already present here, so we can reuse the same thing here. So from this leave detail we will get to know that how many days the user has applied for the leave. Let's say like leave type ID is 2 here. Okay, 2 means sick leave there. Okay, and number of days is 3. So we have to deduct that the same leave from the leave balance. Okay, so we will just add it here, local bank balance. Okay, and we will query the data for the leave balance. I guess we have already queried as well. Let me reuse the apply leave for here. See here, this is the apply leave balance. That's great. So we have got the leave balance here. So let's reuse this one. and again one if condition is there, so we don't need that if condition here. So let me just reuse the same thing here. Query record type leave balance is there. It is getting all the fields from the leave balance. I guess not everything is required as of now. Even type is not required because we know the type here. And as of now, for which employee ID we need the data, that is also coming there. And we will add one more filter because let's say like user applied for casual leave, so why to get details about sick leave and annual leave? So we will also add a query filter for leave type ID. So this is the leave type ID, and from here we will get the leave type ID here as well. So now we got all the details about this one, and data will be one only. Okay, so let's verify this, if this is returning the correct data or not. Local bank balance and test it once. And here you can see ID is 2. Okay, and here you can see leave type ID is 2 here, total leaves is 3, and how many days they have applied for the leave here? They have applied for 3. So after 3 minus 3 it will become 0 there. So now we have to return the same data. Okay, same leave balance as it is, but we have to deduct the leaves here, then we have to update the data. Okay, so what we will do, we will just use here update function. Okay, the data that we want to update here is local bank balance and the indexes that we need to update here. So though this is going to be our leave balance, let's collapse this one and paste it here. Which leave needs to be updated? So see, in the leave balance two fields are there, leave used is there and total leaves is there. So total leave is going to get reduced after that, because if you see in the apply from leave here which field are we using? Here we are using how many total leaves are there. So total leaves is going to get reduced, and after that one more field is present there, leave used. Leave used is going to get increased here. So this is the value here, and total leaves is how much? So see here, as of now what is the total leave which is present there? So local bank balance, and then this is the total leaves which is present minus what is the number of days the user has applied for leave, that is coming from leave dot number of days. That's it. Total leaves is reduced and how many leaves they have used, so that is going to get updated. Local bank balance, and then it will be leave used, and the same value we will reuse it here. Okay, local bank number of days. Let's see that whether the data actually gets updated or not. So let's click on retest here and see here. As of now, earlier the data which was present in the balance, how much data it is present? See here, the balance was total 3 leaves were there. Now the total leaves have reduced by 3. Why? Because number of leaves is increased by 3 here. It was 0. As of now it got increased by 3. So that is done here. Click on save your changes, and let's save this test case as well. Okay, so id equal to 3, create it here and click on save your changes. So this is done. Now we have to implement the same thing in our process here. So this is the email which will be sent at the last, that is fine. And now here only we will create an XOR gateway. So here we will write here approved. If the leave is approved, then we will use here write records. That's it. So this will be the write records, otherwise it will directly go to here. So basically it's saying that is approved, so we will add a label no, because no leave deduction will happen. If it is approved, then leave will be deducted. And let's change this notes as well. Wherever there is write records, we are just trying to chain it. Okay, that's it. So now we will add an XOR condition here. See, if the leave is approved, we actually get approved status there. So leave status is going to be here. We already have constant, right? lm, okay, leave status, and what is the value of approved? It is 2. If it is approved, so it will go to the write records, and otherwise it will go to send email. Send email anyway is going to happen only. Okay, and here we will write here update leave balance. This is going to get updated, and in the email as well. I guess email doesn't need to get changed, right? Because email is anyway dynamic only. So whatever it is approved or rejected, everything is updating here. Now we just have to call that expression here. So the advantage is that in the write records, you can directly call any expression rule. You don't have to depend on any script tasks for that. So we can directly use this one. So we will pass here leave, and we will pass with the help of process variable. Leave is done. Click on save and close, and here we will use the lm and then leave balance, employee leave balance. This is what needs to be updated here. Records updated is going to be here leave. Okay, oh, I guess we don't have any records for leave balance, so let it be as it is. One more change I guess there should be there, that up modified on and modified by we have not updated. And now let's click on test once again. So these values will also get updated. Click on save here. Created by is fine, we are not updating it, but modified and modified by is fine. Okay, so now this is also done. Let's try to save and publish, and from now onwards you won't be able to apply or like test a lot of scenarios, because due to this check we will not be able to submit if the leave balance is less. So we should be cautious about that one. So let's try to use the same third condition once again, and we will go for apply leave and approve it as well. So I guess leave is anyway present only. 5 sick leave is there, right? So, and how many 3 days we are applying for this one, and status was already approved. So let's just approve it once again, the same task. Click on submit once again. So here you can see the process instances has also worked fine, and the leave has been approved, updated the leave balance here. So let's see the history here. So as of now you can see here sick leave was there, leave type ID is 2, number of days were 3. Okay, and after that here we have, I guess we have not stored the result of this one, but anyway if we try to use the same result here, let's copy it and let's paste it here. Okay, and test it once, and let's see what is the result that we are going -3. So because the number of leave is less here, that's why it is showing as -3, because already 3 leaves got applied there. Okay, so this is working here, and this is the mail for this one. Total 3 days only we applied, but here we can see sick leave is 0 day. Let's apply for one more day here. Okay, annual leave we are going to apply, and we will apply for just 1 day. Okay, just 1 day. Okay, so 1 day should be deducted next time. So I have submitted one leave request. As of now it's pending here, and this is the 4th one. 1 day we have applied for, and let's click on approve request, and this is the approve request form. But let's also test the process instance for the apply leave here. So this should be our process for apply leave. So this is the apply leave. Let's get the data from here. Go to the updated data. This is the ID. Copy that and let's paste it here. Let's check it and test the scenario. So as of now we applied for how many days here? So what leave type? Okay, so let's click on test. So leave type ID is 5. Total leave I have is 5 here. Okay, and you can see here the expected is that total leaves should become here 4. This is the output we are getting. Now let's go into our process and let's approve it. Okay, click on submit. So this has been approved here. After that let's again go for apply, and this time let's check the leave balance of Rohit. So it is 4. So it is working as expected. So leave has been approved. So we can go to the next one. See here, for submit we got one mail, and for approve we got another mail. So that was about the approval flow here. Now we will start working on creating some of the more interfaces that we have, so that we can finally create the site here. So you can see there is a leave request grid as well present there. So that as well we have to create it. As of now we just created employees grid here, and now we will create the grid to apply the leave here, and then we will move on to the dashboard creation. So let's go to new here. Other things we can just close for now. Okay, and click on new, click on interface, and now we will go for the grid here. Okay, and we will write here leave details and leave. Click on create here. So this will be the grid for the leave here. So I will just drag a grid here. With the help of record type we will populate this grid. So this is the value here, and let's try to add the data here, lm leave. Let's select the record type, and here you will be able to see all the different values of the leave here. So we don't need all the values here, so I will just update some of the values. Recent leaves, that's all. Anything else is remaining there. So this is the recent leaves, and then first of all we have to add employee there, right? So this apply leave button, we don't need it here, so we can remove it from here. So this is the leave ID actually, so we don't need the leave ID, we just need the employee there. So I will not delete it, I will just make here show when as false. So this is going to be false, and then this is going to be the employee, and in the leave we will have a relation already with employee, so we will get the full name from there. Okay, and then alignment will be start here. So we got the employee name from here. Rest details you can add it, like the phone and email. We have already created employee grid, same way we have to just write it here. Okay, leave type is required, so this is our leave type here. Okay, and then value is going to be here relation with leave type ID, and the fields is going to be here type, and this will also be start here. After that the next thing is going to be from and to date. Okay, so from and to date is already good here. Number of days is also 2 here. Status we have to add it here. Okay, and reason is there, approved by, submitted on. Other things are not required. So approved by is there. Okay, and approver notes is not required. Is active, created by is not required there, and this is also not required, this is also not required. So all of these things are not required here. Approved by, and we can also write one more thing, submitted on is there. I guess submitted on only I deleted. So submitted on is nothing but created on, when this request was created. So let me just copy here and paste the details here and here as well. So all these values have been ready. Our grid is almost ready here, but we have to also add for leave status, we have to also add a match condition, so that pending, rejected, approved looks like stand out in this whole grid there. So instead of, first of all, let's make here just status, and instead of this value I have already have the tag field ready with me. So this is a tag field which I have already used earlier, so I'm just going to reuse the same values here, and instead of here we will just going to use here leave status. Okay, copy that one here, and here are some of the different color hex color values you can refer, and based on that you can apply in your own interface as well. So this is straightforward implementation, and see, pending, rejected, approved, it looks much better here. So recent leave grid is ready. The next thing that we have to make here is our few filters are there, right? I guess, do we have any filters in the leave? Let's see here, any filters have been automatically created or not. We can refer those filters as well. So only leave type is there, so let's rename it a bit. So leave type filter is present there. Okay, and the next filter that we are going to make here is, if you see here, this is a leave status that you can easily create with the help of constant there. Submitted on is there, which is a straightforward implementation. So I will just write it here, submitted on. Okay, submitted on, and here as well submitted on. Okay, and the field that we are going to use here is created on, and this is going to be a date range. Click on OK. So by default I have not given any default value, so all the leaves are going to show anyway. Click on save your change, and now let's try to use the same filters here as well. Okay, so at the last we will use here user filters, and here let's me just copy and paste it here. Instead of this one we are going to use here filters leave type, that is the first one. The second one is going to be here submitted on. So our two filters are as well ready. Leave type, if you select annual, only annual leave is going to show up here. Click on save your changes. So this one is also ready here. Now we have to start working on our dashboard here. So here you can see some KPI values are there. All these request grids are present there. So we will try to create this dashboard interface as well. So let's go to our designer, click on new, click on interface, and this is going to be the dashboard here. Click on create. Oh, dashboard name already exists. Dashboard view, let's rename it. So in the dashboard, you will be able to see that at the top, there is a card layout similar to what we have created for the grid of the employees. Similar like this one we have to create here. See here, we use the card header layout, then we created the grid here. Same thing we are to use here as well. So card header layout, we will use it here, and let's try to copy the same functionality that we have used. So this is going to be our card layout. So let's just reuse the same values here as well. So let's go to our expression mode. Okay, let's replace this with the card header layout, and we just have to replace the contents here because this is not the content that we actually have to show. So we have to show multiple columns here, not like these two columns only. So now let's start to work on this one here. So let me just remove this columns. Column layout will be required because we need this one, but inside this column layout, these two column we will create using loop here. So all these data are not required. So let's create a local variable first of all, because that will be required for our change. Okay, so here what are the different KPI values we require here? If you see here, we need total employees. It means that we need to query the employee table, local bank employee. Okay, so we will use here query record type, and okay, 1,1, that's it. And let's try to see here how many employees we have. We just have one employee. Okay, so only one data is going to show. Actually we can add more employees as well. Okay, so let's go to this employee here and let's generate some random data using Appian. So let's go to data preview, and here click on generate sample data. So now it is going to create the sample data. Uncheck the leave because those employees have not yet applied for the leave. That's why this relationship is not important. So here you can see employee ID is coming as some values are coming for employee ID. First name is coming, last name is coming, phone number is there. Okay, and other values are also present there. These are all relationship managed values. So make sure just to verify it once that okay, employment status, see it is coming as full-time or half-time. As of now we have not validated anything as active or inactive employee, so we can use full-time, part-time, something like this one. So I guess this looks fine. Let's just insert it once. So all this data will be present here. Let's see that how our data looks. So here you will be able to see manager ID is all one coming, department ID is 1 2 3 4. Automatically relation value it has taken. Designation, I guess did we have 10 designations? I guess we did have 10. So that's why all these values are showing up here. So now when I click on test here, we will be able to see the count as 11. So now employee data is coming as expected. Second is how many pending requests are there, how many approved requests are there, how many rejected are there. Basically this is nothing but aggregation of the data on the leave status. So again, in order to make that, okay, so let's try to have a leave status here. Okay, and we will add here query record type. Okay, let me show you how we can use this query builder as well in order to fast your development. So lm leave, we can use it. Okay, select this leave, click on continue, and let's try to aggregate the data here. Click on aggregation. Okay, and first of all we will aggregate the data based on the leave status, and we will get the count, like how many values are there. Okay, and here you will be able to see. So see here, approved is how much? 2 is approved, 1 is pending, rejected is 1. So all these values are coming. Click on generate query. So our this value has also been set up here. Now we have to create a map of the data here. Local bank KPI map. It's a good practice to create map of values because you can refer it anywhere you want. Okay, a bank map. Okay, ID is going to be here 1. Okay, label is going to be here total employees, something like this one. This will be our total employees here. Okay, and the value is coming from local bank employee, and then this is the record type for the employee here. Okay, we don't need the record type here. Local bank employee dot total count, that's what we need. Do we need anything else? Let's see that. See here, every KPI has icon and their color as well is different. So same thing we will use here as well. So here we will use the icon we will keep it here users, and color is there. Color we will just keep it here accent here. So this is the color for our first KPI. So our first KPI is ready now. So our first KPI is now ready here. Just copy it, paste it here, and one more time. So this is the ID 1, this is 2, this is 3. I guess we need one more because 3 leave status we are showing. This is 4. The total employees we have set up here. Pending request, second is the pending request. So this is going to be our pending requests. Then next is our approved and then rejected. So this is the approved requests, and then this is the rejected requests. Now the problem is that how you will get the count, because leave status you are getting, that is fine, all the values you are also getting here. So how you will know how many pending are there, how many approved are there? Because see, the label is showing there. With the help of label we will be able to identify all these values. So let me do it for 1. So here we will use here display value function. I guess here for leave status we don't need all these values, we can just have dot data. Okay, because all these things are not required here. Okay, so display value, the value that we are looking for pending request, we are actually looking for pending value, right? So we have a constant for that, lm leave status. So this will be our first, this is the pending, the array in which we are looking for. Okay, so we are looking for leave status, copy and paste it here. Okay, and make sure that use to uniform string. So here we will use this one. Okay, after that here as well we don't need this one, and here we just need id count measure, that's it. If it is not available, just write it here 0. So our pending request is completed. Let's give a comma. Okay, let's click on test interface here once, and all our values are now updated. Okay, so here you will be able to see the first, okay, total employees is anyway fine, pending request is also fine, one pending request is present. Now for the approved request, we just have to just copy the whole thing once again and paste it here, just change the constant value to 2. Okay, and once again just paste it here, change the constant value to 3. Test here, see here, total 11 employees, 1 pending request, 2 approved and 1 rejected request. Great. And after that let's update the pending request icon. It will be here clock O. Color is going to be here warm. Okay, for the approved one we are going to make here check, okay, circle, and it is going to be positive. Okay, because these are the colors of the card actually. For rejected, so it will be a times circle, and here we just have to write it here negative. Okay, so our KPI values have now been configured, all fine, it is there. Now we just have to loop through this one, because see, looping is one of the best way for that, because all these values will be automatically mapped, we don't have to do anything here. So what we will do here is this is the columns layout, we will use here for each. Okay, for each items is going to be local bang KPI map, and in the expression we have to use, so in the expression we will use here column layout. Okay, so first of all a column layout will be required. In the contents we have to use here card layout, and in the contents of the card layout we have to map the values properly. Here you can see all this 1 2 3 4, all cards have been set up here. So first of all 2 columns will be required, one for the label, one for the icon. So let's take a 2 columns layout here, and after that the contents of the first column is going to be here rich text display field. The value is going to be here a rich text item, and the text is going to be here FB bang item dot label, because in the label we have already written different labels. Automatically you will be able to see all the values are showing as expected. After that, just below that we have to write the value of this one. So we will use here *n for the new line, and then rich text item is there, and the text is going to be here fvbang item dot value. So value will start to show up here. Okay, let's increase the size of that value to medium plus, and style as well we will change this to strong here. So all these values are now properly highlighted here. You will be able to see the values like this one. After that, the next is this column layout. So in this column layout, let's go to contents here, and here as well rich text display field value is going to be here rich text icon. So all these icons will show here colors and value as well. Why it is filling times circle? Oh, I guess it is not a supported icon here. Okay, circle. I guess there was some spelling mistake. Now it will take it here. So you will see here all these values will show along with the icon here. But one more thing is there, align, we will just keep it to the right side. So this is the right side alignment. So these values have now been set up here. Okay, for the card layout we can apply the same functionality here as well. Show border false and show shadow is going to be true here. Now your leave request is going to look much better here. Okay, so the next thing that we have to do here is this header part is done. Now we have to create the different graphs which are present here. So first is leave request by type. So let's go in our design mode. Okay, so from here we will be able to easily create that. So this is our first columns layout, this is the second columns layout. Do we need anything else? No, 2 columns is only there. Four graphs we have to add, so these 2 we will remove it. Now for the graph we have multiple graphs which are available. First of all, this is a column layout, right? So we will write here column chart. So this is a column chart which is there. Let's configure the values for this column chart. Data is coming from the leave, so lm leave is there. So this is the leave record type. And here what is the value we are showing? Annual leave, sick leave and casual leave. So here as well you can see automatically it's showing here annual leave, casual leave and all this. So leave status it's saying fine, and here if you see count of id is there. Okay, so instead of that we can write the label as leave count. It will show now the leave count here. So our first column chart is ready. We can also write the label as requests by leave type. So let's update the state label as this one here. So first is ready. Now let's move to the next chart. See, chart making will be very simple if you use the design mode. Otherwise we will have to write the whole code again. Now this is a pie chart here, leave by requests by status. So for the pie chart, let's write it here pie chart. Okay, let's update the label here to this one, and now let's go into the data parameter. Record type, again we will repeat the same thing, lm leave. So this is our leave type here, and here you will be able to see the leave values. Count of idpk leave status is showing, I guess leave request approve pending reject is showing. That is correct, right? Approve pending. Oh, here as well approve pending reject has come. So let's make this, like not leave status, let's make this leave type. So we will go to leave type and type here. That's it. So now both the graphs will show different values which will be better. Annual leave, casual leave, sick leave. Okay, now the next thing is styling part. Let's go to here, show data labels. That is very important. Okay, and rest other things you can configure as well, any other style or size we want, so that as well can be done here. Now the next graph here is our requests by department. Okay, so this graph we have to just select it here, bar chart. So let's add a bar chart here. Now we have to group by different departments. So let's go to the employee, and employee will have relation with department, and here will be the department name. So now all the values everything is from engineering, because we just had one, like one employee, so everything is for the engineering. Okay, that's what. And here we will just add it here, leave count. Okay, so once we have more data, more employees, different departments are there, we can add it. The next is graph, is a line chart graph, monthly leave trend. So let's also have a line chart here. And the data, let's make it here record type, and here LM leave. This is the LM leave here. Okay, and now we have to add the groupings here. So primary grouping will be like created on, so it will be here created on. Okay, and measures will be fine, measures is fine, count of IDPK, but here it is showing, like created on is showing date fields. Let's configure it here, month, let's select it here. Okay, so that is also fine, but the format should be a bit different, like this one, short format we can select. So like this one, August 2026 is showing, so which is much better here. Okay, now count of IDPK we have to update to total leaves for that particular month. Okay, so we will just write it here, total leaves. That's it. So all our graphs have been completed here, it's looking nice. Okay, the next thing that we have to do here is the grid that we have created. Okay, this is the leave grid, we have to also add it here. So just below that one, all these things we have to add our leave grid. So this is the contents layout for the two columns here, and below that we will add a grid. So let's add a section first of all here. Okay, and in that section contents is there, and just add that leave grid. So this is done. So below that the leave is also going to show up here, so you can see all the leaves are showing, but there is no action to actually what you can say, to apply leave. So record action we can add it here. So this is the record action field. So it is going to show up like this one, highlighted it will be. Click on save your changes. So now your dashboard is as well ready here. So dashboard is ready, graphs are ready, grids are ready. Now we can directly go and create our site here. Finally it is the time to create the site. So this is our site here. Okay, leave management. Okay, and here as well, leave management we are going to give here, leave management portal. Let's make it here. Okay, click on create, click on save your changes. Okay, now let's try to add the first page that we are going to add here is our dashboard. So here you can see home is there. Okay, or you can write dashboard as well, not an issue. So this is the dashboard here, and it should be shown like dashboard pie chart. And here we do have here LM dash here. Let's dashboard view, that's fine. Click on add here. So our first page got added here. Great. The next thing that we have to add here is the list of the employees. So employees, just employees is fine. Okay, and here we can just write it here, list, something like this one, and LM employees grid. So we have now the grid for the employees as well ready. So if you go into the employees tab, you will be able to see the employees grid as well ready. Oh, did we create a grid for approval? I don't think we created the grid for approval right yet. So anyway, we will have to create a grid for approval. That is a straightforward thing. So let's configure the grid for now. It will be sidebar here. After the sidebar, you can adjust the branding. I will just keep all the buttons as rounded. You can explore the other things as well which is present here, which will make the things more better. Whatever you think according to your needs, you can make it here. So let's go to our site once. So you will be able to see all the requests like this one. You will be able to create the leave here. Okay, you can check the employee tab here. You will be able to add employee directly from here. You can update any employee from here. All these things are there. Okay, so these values are updating. Okay, now we have to create the interface for the or the grid for the approvals, right? So we will again write it here, grid and approval. Click on create here. So this is our interface, but let's also see what was the design of the approval grid. So when you go to approval, basically it's using the same grid which has been used earlier. So you can use the same grid in the approval as well. So basically we can recall the same grid that we have made here. Basically this is also this one. We just have to like add some actions so that it acts as an approval grid as well. So let's copy this grid here, and in this grid here, or we can copy the code. Let's keep it separate only, not an issue. Let's keep it separate approval grid so that we don't have to depend on there. So this is fine, approval grid, but make sure that other changes are in place, because here it is using a card header layout. Top level layout is also there. So let's me just use a top level layout here. So this is going to be a card header. Okay, and now below that we will create and paste our whole code for the grid. So this is ready. And what else we have to write here? There is no label as of now, so we will just remove the label position as collapsed here. Okay, all the data is showing there. Now there are other thing as status pending, submitted on, other things are present, and these leaves are present. So these leaves are anyway present for us as well. Okay, there is one action which is needed. Leave type, from date, all these things are fine here. After, in the end, we will add one new column, grid column. Okay, label is going to be null only. Okay, and the value is going to be a related actions. So related action we just configured for the dashboard. Record action field is there. This is the record action field. Okay, related actions is present there. You will be able to see apply leave, but we don't have to apply the leave. Basically we have to approve the request, and we also have to add the identifier as well. So identifier is going to be fvbang row, and this leave is there. So let me just copy and paste this one, and make sure to give the id of this one here. We have to just show the icon, nothing else. As of now I guess icon is only showing, right? Display. So the display is going to be just icon here, and here you will be able to see approve request. When you click on that, the whole form is going to load up. Click on save your changes. One more thing is that this card we have to customize. So let's customize this card here. So I will just paste from my previous implementation all these things. Click on save here. Now our grid is ready. So let's add this grid in our site as well. Add a page. Okay, let's write it here, approval, and here we will just mark it here, check. This is the interface here, and approval. Click on add here. Click on save your changes. So now your whole grid is ready. So let's refresh our site once. We are now able to see our dashboard. All these dashboards are present there. Okay, the employee list is as well present here. Okay, then approval is present here. We can apply for the approvals as well, any pending. As of now all these things are fine, but see here, if a leave is approved, still action is showing for that. Why action should show? Leave is already approved, date and time is coming here. We don't need all these things, right? So in order to fix that, we have to set the rules in the leave. So this is the action security. Just a few more things we need to configure. So in the action security, this is the approve request. Okay, so for the approve, when approve request should be shown? Only when the leave status is, see here, who can see? Everybody can see as of now, because I don't want to add any restriction. In community we just have one account. Only when it should be shown. So when they can see the action? Only when the leave status, I guess this is the leave status. This text is going to work here. So we can just write it here, pending. When the leave status is pending, then only it should show. Otherwise there is no other need to show this action there. Click on save here. So if you go in the approval once again, see here, only pending is showing the action button. Otherwise all other things are not showing. We had one more thing, that when you add a new employee, basically what happens is some data needs to be updated in the leave balance for that. So we will also have to make that one. Okay, so let's create a quick expression rule for that as well. Okay, So populate leave balance. So when a new employee is added, we have to populate 3 rows of data. Last time we have added manually for Rohit Sharma, but this time we have to make sure that we add 3 rows there. So we will construct the data for one here. So let me just add it here. Record type bank lm employee, we have to write it here, leave here. So here you will be able to see the constructor for this one. What is the employee id that we are going to get? I guess this employee id is going to get from the employees there, right? So we will have here employee record type. So lm employee, this is the employee here. So the employee id is going to be ri by employee dot id. Okay, this is fine. Then leave type id. So what is the leave type id we have to write? So we have to create 3 data basically. For one is means annual leave. Okay, total leaves, how many total leaves you want to give. So as of now, like I don't have any extra, or we don't have to make so much complex like employee join on the last day of the year. So I'm just going to give some generous leaves every time to all the users. Let's say like total annual leave they are going to get 15 in a year. Okay, for leave type id 1. Okay, and after that what is the leave used? So it is a new employee, so leave used is going to be 0. Year is going to be whatever is the today. So year function we have to use it here, year of today. So this will be now dynamic. After that is active created on, okay, is. So all these things are fine here. Now let's try to test it once. So this data will be created once a new employee is added, but this data needs to be repeated 3 times, not just 1 time. So let's just copy it here, make it an array. Okay, and here as well, and let's just paste it here 2 times more. Now 3 times it is. Let's test it here. So list of data will get created, and here this is annual leave. 2 means here sick leave. So sick leave I'm just going to give them, let's say like 3 sick leaves for now. Then casual leave is there 3, so I will just give them 5 casual leaves when a new employee joins. Click on save your changes. Once you save the changes, so now it's better that we apply the values form itself, add or update employee form here. So if we apply it here, it will be much more easier because with the help of relation we can add it. Let's check once that we do have relation with employee leave type, right? So here we don't have any relation, so we can add relation with one to many here, because with relation it will become very easy to add the data. lm employee leave balance, let's add the leave balance. It will have, see, one employee is going to have many leave balances, right? So this is the id here, and here as well employee id is present. Click on add here. So things will be, see here it is written the functionality that you can add related data as well. Only when it is a create action, then we are going to add this entry. Click on save your changes. So here your all record types are now ready. So now let's go into add or update the data here. So when you add the employee, so we will also add this data. So let's make a new save here. Okay, a bank save. Okay, and ri bank employee dot relation dot leave balance. And what is the leave balance? This is the expression rule for that. And then rule bank, this is the rule for that. But this save will only execute if the idpk is null or empty, right? So if is null or empty, ri bank employee dot id means id is not created. What does this mean? It means new user. So if it is null or empty, it means save the data, otherwise don't do anything. That's it. So let's try to have a test data once here. Okay, email id as well, test@email.com. okay, department value and some joining date. Click on submit here. So when you submit the data, you will see that along with the employee, other data should also get added there. Okay, so we have not passed the data at all, so this employee data needs to be passed here, right? So do we have any condition for this one? No, we don't have any condition. So let's pass the employee data as ri bank employee. That's it. Now pass the employee data here. Now let's click on submit once and check the value. So when you click on submit, you will be able to see 3 leave balances are also there. But if it is update, then it is not going to show. And in this way, we don't even have to touch the process model part. Okay, so let's try to just add a new employee here. This time let's try to add Virat Kohli. Okay, this is Virat and this is Kohli, then this is the mobile number. Okay, and then Kohli dot, let's say Virat at the rate gmail.com. Manager is going to be, let's say, like Rohit Sharma is the manager. Okay, and he belongs to finance team. Project manager, joining date is going to be here, let's say this date here. Click on submit. So once you submit the data here, the new entry will get created for Virat Kohli. Let's go and check. See here, Virat Kohli entry got created. After that, let's go here in the dashboard and apply for leave, so that we will know that whether it has any leave balance or not. So let's search for Virat Kohli and you will be able to see the leave balance for Virat Kohli here. Okay, so once you can apply the leave for the Virat Kohli as well. From 24 he wants to apply leave to till 8 days. Okay, annual leave is there, so 7 leaves should be there. Okay, leave. Click on submit the request. Once you submit the request here, the leave of Virat Kohli is going to come up here. After that, let's go to the approvals, and here at the end you will be able to see Virat Kohli leave. Click on this one here, and here we are going to approve the leave here. Approved. All these are 15. Oh, okay, all these are showing here 15 only. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess here, so here it is showing wrong, because when we went to apply the leave there, I guess it was showing correct. Let's just check it once. Okay, apply the leave here for Virat Kohli. So here you will be able to see the leaves are fine, but in this space there is something wrong here. So let's go and check the request fields once again. So this is the all 4 values are showing. Oh, I guess the values have not been updated. This should be here 2 for sick leave, and for casual leave it should be here 3. Now save it. One simple fix was there. Okay, it was not showing the correct value. Now let's again go to our approvals. Okay, and let's try to approve the request here, and now it's showing the correct value. Okay, I will just write it here, approved. Click on approve and submit the request. Once the leave is submitted, you can see the leave request got approved here. Let's go to dashboard, click on apply leave, select Virat Kohli once again, and let's check the values. So now 7 leaves is left for Virat Kohli here. And that's it for the project. We have successfully built our leave management system in Appian. We started from the very scratch, creating our data model. Then we created the interfaces, the processes required for this one, the expression rules which are required in order to populate the data, then the approval workflow as well we worked. So a lot of learnings was there in this project. So I hope after building this project, you will get better understanding of how Appian concepts are implemented in the projects there. So that was it for now, guys. Thank you.